What's going on, Canes fans, and welcome to episode number 10 in the Walking and Venting with Coop series. This is a series where I walk up and down the edge of my property, except for this one, because your boy Coop is still here in South Florida, land of the concrete and palm trees. So you're not going to get the same views that you normally get in the Walking and Venting series. It is what it is. The grind doesn't stop. Man, we're putting in that work regardless of where we're at. I literally just checked out of the hotel and I said, screw it, we have to get up a Walking and Venting. So this is a series where I walk, we discuss a hot controversial topic when it comes to the Miami Hurricanes. That's the point of these, is to be controversial topics. We're blunt, we're honest, we keep it real, and that's what I want to see you guys do in the comment section below. So, of course, I just drove 14 hours to watch Miami get curb stomped by Florida State on our turf 45-3. So I'm going to be feeling some type of way in this Walking and Venting, so just buckle up. And you probably already saw the title. I don't know what I made it yet. Probably something like the football program needs to burn to the ground. It needs to crumble even more so than what it already has. And here's the thing. I don't mean that the football program needs to be canned. Obviously, I would be devastated if that happened. But what I mean is things, in my opinion, actually need to get even worse than what they are right now. And I'm going to explain, but let me give you one disclaimer before we dive in. When I say that it's for the best, there are two things that I need to talk about. Number one is it's definitely not the best thing when it comes to recruiting. Because let's just keep it real, our pitch right now is you come get immediate play time, come be the difference. See, it's not gonna be as quiet, guys. I'm not in the middle of nowhere. We're gonna have cars, airplanes, jets, seagulls, all kinds of nonsense. It might be echoey, you just have to rock with me, all right? It's not good for recruits necessarily, because no matter what with recruiting, usually what solves most of the issues is winning. It's not everything. There's other things that play a part, like location, NIL deals nowadays, and a bunch of different stuff. But I just want to address it because people are going to say, Coop, no, we can't let it get worse because then we might lose the recruiting class. That's very true. It's very possible. Now, we're hoping that based on the way things are looking, these guys are locked in. The 2023 class has said we do want to be the difference. We want to be the guys that brings Miami back. We see that there's a lot of issues and there's a lot of work to be done, and they seem to understand that, because if they commit to a Miami Hurricanes team that looks like this, they're probably locked in. But I had to add that little disclaimer and just say that this could negatively impact recruiting. But I'm trying to look past that and hope that Mario can be the master recruiter. Also, the other disclaimer here is that it still sucks right now. I'm not going to deny that it sucks right now if things continue to spiral down out of control and it crumbles, but I do think that's what we need. And also, let me add one extra one, and then we're diving in, and we're really diving in. I'm not making an excuse. What I'm worried about is people are going to watch this and they're going to say, now Coop's trying to make it sound like losing is a good thing. He's trying to spin it around and make it seem like this is what we wanted to happen. It's not. I would rather win football games. But here is my argument. If we're already going to be mid, and I don't even know if we're mid, bro. We're talking, we're bottom of the barrel, man. We've not scored a touchdown in 2 games. It's been like 9 quarters or some crazy nonsense. We are bottom of the barrel. And yes, the defense is struggling too. I'm not giving Kevin Steele any props, man. Jordan Travis came out and threw that bomb on their first offensive possession, took it to the house. It's been the same stuff every single week. Offense and defense is both bad. D-line's been okay. Still, overall, everything's bad, though. But I'm not making excuses. So here's my thing. If we are going to be mid, let's go ahead and burn this sucker to the ground. Let it crumble all the way down. And hopefully we can rise from the ashes and rebuild it. And the reason why I say we need to do this, we got to weed people out, man. I'm talking both players and coaches. And when it comes to players, if they're on, while they're on the squad, they're family. So I'm not going to call any specific guy out or anything like that. These guys are family to me. But here's the deal. We keep it blunt. I would say guaranteed 50% of the players, if not 3/4 of the players, are not dogs. Man, they're just not. We see it week in and week out. They don't have that want, that fight. Because sometimes you just have to want it more than the guy across from you. You can scheme it up a million different ways. You can try to give us an advantage here and an advantage there. But sometimes you just have to want it more than that other guy. Some of you guys know what I'm talking about. Some of you will back me up on that. And we just don't have enough guys that want it. So what we got to do, we got to weed them out. This might be, guys, if Miami goes, what are we right now, 4-5? If Miami ends up 4-8, which I do firmly believe will happen, I do think that Miami goes 4-8. We can't beat Georgia Tech. We can't beat Clemson. We can't beat Pitt. That will be one of the worst records Miami has ever had in a 12-game season since the 70s. Bro, since the 70s. So the guys that are going to stick around are guys that are committed. They're guys that aren't a bunch of pansies. They want to make a difference. But also, man, if these guys aren't putting in the extra work and the effort, the fight, they're not the dogs. Like I said, let's keep it real. I want them gone, 100%. Peace out. You guys were family while you're here. I'll support you, but we have to turn this thing around. We do. And honestly, I'm applying that to the coaching staff. There's some of the coaches that are going to have to hit the portal. I'm serious. I've spent a little bit of time saying, hey, Gaddis doesn't have his guys. I don't like his scheme. I don't like his play calling on game days. But I had a lot of people tell me, Coop, just let him get some of his personnel in here. Wait till we get the bigger O-line. Bro, tell me what you think. I'm starting to think Gaddis has got to hit the coaching portal. Like, straight up. I mean, I can't get behind that dude. I can't. When you go back and look at these past few weeks, I can't support that guy. I can't. And again, I know we've been decimated with injuries. I know we don't have the big O-line. I know we don't have some of the playmakers. But I just can't, man. I can't. And some of the questionable decisions, like we wanted to play TBD because it was a big rivalry game, but obviously he wasn't 100%. Who's our quarterback? Jake comes out, throws a pick. Jakari comes out and rushes for like 60, but is he the new QB now? What are we doing? And, Gaddis is supposed to be coaching the receivers, and then now all of a sudden that's MIA. I cannot defend him. So I think that this has to come crashing down. I think there will be a mass exodus, like we've already discussed. More than 15 players leaving. More like 20 to 25. Heck, maybe more, and maybe it should be. And then also several coaches hitting the coaching portal because they're either just unhappy or they can't take the heat. Now, here's the thing. That also means we're going to be starting over in several other areas, but that's beside the point. The point I'm trying to make in this is that it actually needs to get worse. It actually does. And I think that's the best thing for us, as much as it hurts and as painful as it is. It does not make it any easier, guys. When we lose to Georgia Tech, I'm going to be pissed. I'll be mad. When Clemson comes out and they win 85-0, I'm going to be mad. I'm going to vent. I'm going to complain. When we wrap up the final game of the season at Pitt and they just mollywop us at Hard Rock, I'm going to cry. Not cry, not really. No, I might. I don't know. Possibly worst record since the 70s, and we need it. We need to be slapped in the face. We need to be straight disrespected. And honestly, being at Hard Rock and then taking over FSU fans in the third quarter, it was nothing but the war chant. And you know what? They needed to hear that. The coaches needed to hear it, and the players needed to hear it. And you know what? When they went down, you know how at the end of the game they did their little thing? There was nobody there. But I have a picture on my phone. There were the players, the coaching staff standing there at the sideline. There was probably 3 fans there, and 2 of them were Florida State fans, and 1 of them was probably somebody's mom. Straight up. And that's what we need. We got embarrassed on national television in our rivalry game. All we could muster was 3 points. And honestly, I'm starting to think that's what we need. And I always said on my channel that I don't want to be that guy that wants us to lose because losing would equal change to an extent. I actually think here's the thing, I still don't want to lose. I would rather win games. But I really, truly think, guys, it has to completely burn down. I think that if we would have come out this year and just been mid, let's say we went 6-6 or 7-5 again, I think that would have been worse for the program because we would have just been riding the fence. There would have been guys that felt like that they could still just kind of continue to slide by, and that was good enough. Instead, what we're seeing is we're getting our eyes opened, right? We see how bad we are, how much we've truly fallen, and we need to fall even further. Take it all the way down, the whole thing, from top to bottom. And I just really think that's what has to happen. So I'm at a point to where I feel bad for the guys that are trying to build up an NFL resume, or some of the, the coaching staff, the guys that are committed, the guys that are putting in the work, the ones that are playing hard. But bro, I'm going to keep it real. I think we need to go 4-8, and I think we need to lose these last 3 games to get this mass exodus started and find out who the real ones are, who the dogs are, both with the players and the coaching staff. Tell me what you think. Am I right? Am I wrong for feeling this way? That's just me speaking from the heart. That's truly how I feel. And just keep in mind, this is the day. No. I was about to say it's the day after the Florida State game. Screw that. That is what we need, and that's what needs to happen, period. And I'll try to be positive. I'll try to be optimistic. I'm not trying to spin it some kind of way to just cheer you up. It needs to be doom and gloom. And like I said, we're going to weed them out, bro. We are going to weed, bro, we're going to figure something out with the fan base, the players, the coaching staff, the administration, everything. Because you best believe, though, Miami goes 4-8, that hype next year, season ticket sales, gone. They'll be trying to hand out parking passes because nobody will want to go. And I understand, I saw a lot of people saying, this is how I need to wrap it up. They were saying, man, if we would just pack the Rock like this every weekend. There were so many recruits. There were so many recruits that people don't know about, that weren't on the list, that wasn't released. I saw them, literally. I saw them at the game. Went up and said, what's up to them, and high-fived them. Man, I can't expect. I know it's year one. I spent around $1,500 to get down here. By the time you count food, gas, stay, I did a couple of things. Probably about $1,500. And 14 hours worth of driving down, 14 hours worth of driving back. So almost 30 hours. To watch us lose 45-3. You're telling me. We got to burn it to the ground, bro. I said, it sucks. It hurts. We got to lose these next couple of games and start over. And hope and pray that the right guys stay and the wrong guys leave. You know what I'm saying? Keeping it real, keeping it blunt, keeping it 100. It's just facts, man. Let me know your opinions down in the comment section below. It's wild because I still have my voice today. I have never went to a Miami Hurricanes football game and retained my voice the next day because typically I'm hyped, I'm screaming my lungs out. But there was no life left in that stadium, guys, after the first quarter. Honestly, as soon as Jordan Travis threw that touchdown, that game was over. Really, it was. And I mean that in more ways than one. There were literally, he threw that bomb, guys, and then the announcer will be like, it's third down, and they do the get loud, and everybody was supposed to take the towels and jump and go crazy. After Jordan Travis threw that touchdown and Miami went down 7-0, done. Nobody was doing it. Nobody was humoring the announcer. He would say, it's another Miami Hurricanes. And everyone's supposed to say, first down. Nobody said it. Silence. It was nothing but FSU fans, the war chant, and we needed that. Just being honest. Let me see if I can set this thing up somewhere. Bro, I'm terrified to set it up on the ledge. Imagine the wind blows and then my phone falls off. Here, let's see. Let's chance it. Here we go, baby. Oh, baby. I'm chancing it. Here we go. Remember, though, guys, we're all one big happy college football family, but at the end of the day, I got to say, it's always better when you get to rep the U. Man, I'm literally heading to my car to drive 14 hours and let this upload while I'm driving. So I love y'all, man. It made my trip getting to meet you guys. We took a big fat L. I'm embarrassed. I'm disgusted. I did a little bet. I had to do the chop. It was horrible. Threw up a little bit in my mouth. Might have to amputate my arm. But you guys made it awesome getting to meet each and every one of you. So I appreciate you. I love you. I consider you my friends and my family. Coach Coop, I'll see y'all in the next one.